Okay, so this recipe looks pretty complicated, but don't worry, it'll be worth it. This is what you're gonna need, plus eggs, to make a keto version of sweet potato Haupia Pie. Of course, we're not gonna be using sweet potato, we will be using Kabocha. All right, here we go. Alright guys, so we're going to start off by rinsing the kabocha, and then we're going to pop it into the microwave. And the reason why we're microwaving the kabocha is so that we can soften it so that it's easier for cutting and mashing, which you'll see in the next frame. Alright, so I microwaved this for 6 minutes. I did 3 2-minute intervals. And the way that I know that it's ready is, 1, you can smell it, and then 2, when you push it down, it's you can see my fingerprint impression on there. You see it? I don't know if you can see that, but it's ready. And then you'll also see over here it kind of cracked open just a bit. I'm not sure if you can see that little cracks here. So we're just gonna peel this open. You have to be careful because it is hot, but we're gonna take the seeds out, peel it, and get it ready for the next part. So the reason why you want the kabocha to be soft is because you are creating the potato layer of the pie. So you will be mashing it. So that's why you want it to be soft. You can get this texture by either popping it into the oven or microwaving it. I chose to microwave it because it's quicker and I don't need to wash as many dishes if I were to put it in the oven. But you can choose however you want to do it. If you are going to pop it in the oven, then you'll just cut it while it's raw, place it on a baking sheet, make sure you oil both sides of the kabocha, and then allow it to bake for 15 to 30 minutes at 400 degrees. Alright, so we have just about 4 cups of kabocha here. Okay, set that aside. Alright, so here comes the fun part. Well, I think it's the fun part. We're going to make the kabocha filling. You're going to take all the ingredients that were just on the screen and combine it in a large bowl. Get it mixed up and incorporated together and set it aside. We're going to add that on top of the crust. We will then bake it, let it cool completely, and then we'll move on to the haupia layer. Okay, back to the filling. I forgot to add the vanilla extract, so make sure you put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract in here. I already have 1 teaspoon in there. Let's give that a stir. Okay. Alright, there we go. So let's just wait now until the crust is done. Looks like a pumpkin pie mixture. Okay guys, I apologize. I lost all the footage for the crust, but go ahead and follow the directions on the screen. It's very self-explanatory, very straightforward. However, if you do need a reference, please check out my Jello cream cheese pie recipe. The crust in that recipe is essentially the same as this pie. I will also link that video in the description of this YouTube video. Alright, we are now going to lower our temperature here to 325. Right there, 325. Okay. And now we're simply going to add the kabocha filling in, and we're going to bake this for 35 minutes. Actually, let me pour it this way. And get a good. Okay, 35 minutes. Here we go. And we're going to make sure to flip it halfway through. So okay, there we go. So let's put it in. This is gonna be hot because the crust was just done, so I'm gonna have to do this. That. All right, the timer went off. We're gonna go ahead and flip it. So you'll know that it's done when it doesn't jiggle anymore. And of course you can still see a lot of jiggling happening here. See that? So we're gonna flip it and let it go for the rest of the timer. We'll check it in about 15 minutes. All right, let's check and see how this is going. Much better than earlier, still jiggly. But I think this is good, actually. Let me just... Okay, did I spin it? I'm gonna spin it once. And then let's just go for another 15 minutes. Just till that part stops jiggling. Alright, the third timer went off. Let's see. It looks pretty firm. Yep, it's done. Okay, so... just put it here. We're going to let this cool completely and then we will do the haupia layer. Alright guys, just to clarify, this baked for a total of 45 minutes, and just remember to flip it halfway through so that it will brown evenly on both sides. Alright guys, so this is the ingredients that I'll be using for the haupia portion of the pie. Coconut cream, gelatin, and your choice of sweetener. I will link the YouTube video of the haupia recipe in the description, but I made my haupia and I'm just going to pour it over, and we're going to allow this to set overnight. I'm so excited about this, you guys. Okay, there we go. We see the layers.